Hello again. We're still at the NACPT Conference, Medical Cannabis Conference, the yearly first annual conference, and it's been such a blast. We're here with Raymond. He's from Sanuvox, right? Because you were explaining it's sanitation, UV light, and
right.
Awesome. So for the layperson who may not be in this business, but they're curious about what it is that you do, give me like a 2-sentence wrap-up or summary of what your company does.
What our company does is we design ultraviolet air purification systems. We design them to fit into HVAC or air moving units. Based on the velocity of the air systems, we want to design it to suit different types of bacteria, whether it's related to cannabis or whether it's related to some other process within the industry. So we design it specifically to suit the actual requirements. Now, what happens now is we provide a system which utilizes UVC germicidal, which will attack certain types of bacteria. We also design a system that will provide what's called UVV. UVV will attack different types of VOCs or different types of odors. So you get a complete system that will do different things depending on what's required of it.
So who is your client?
Our client, well, I mean, we're here relative to cannabis. So cannabis, one of their challenges is controlling white powdery mildew. So we put together a system that's going to address that situation. Cannabis by its nature also has some odor challenges. So that growers have good neighbors, or that they're going to be a good neighbor for the people that live around them, we help them control odors at a reasonable amount of cost. Instead of going to charcoal filters and all kinds of other wonderful things. And so we're addressing the bacteria and we're addressing the associated odors.
Fantastic. So how did you come up with this company and this idea in the first place? How did you land in this space?
Well, the company's been in this business as a Canadian company for over 20 years, and probably one of the first areas that they got into was doing indoor air quality, sometimes known as IAQ, for the residential part of the business. So many people have different challenges in their home. I never want to cook liver because I'm living with it for a year, or you see some commercials that there's a fish swimming across the living room and you rush for a can of some unknown particular product. So this way here, all we're doing is we're putting a system into the ductwork, and it will address both of those areas. So it's relatively simple and straightforward.
Fantastic. So tell me, what has been your favorite, or what's been the best aspect so far about this conference?
The best aspect of the conference is seeing new ideas, new challenges. People have run into, I have this particular type of challenge, so we dig into my experiences and to be able to come up with the right way to approach it for them. So by doing that, we've been able to be flexible. We've been able to utilize a product that has been developed over a number of years and pick and choose. It's not one unit for everything. We pick and choose different facets of what we do to suit an individual situation.
Okay, last question, promise, pinky square. Okay. Which bacteria do you find the most challenging bacteria to get rid of? So despite your system and despite the science behind your system, what entity or what bacteria has given you a little bit of a challenge?
Challenge we have is on the health side of the business is something like tuberculosis, for instance. Tuberculosis presents a lot of challenges to the health business, the health industry, if you will. We help them eliminate the necessity to put patients into isolation. That in itself is we're saving the health business about $1,000 a day by designing a system that can be moved by public health from location to location at a minimal cost. That's the challenge that's been interesting to come up with. It's changed more and more because of the higher level of people coming from outside, or immigrants, if you prefer. They have different challenges because of the different styles or the problems that they bring from different countries. But we've come up with solutions to be able to handle it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Raymond.